The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. Hey.
On first down, Taylor. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant.
55. Run.
Ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Ready. 10-2 saw.
We gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Hey, Sam off.
Tighten up.
Get it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Line 8. Kill.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
And the Cowboy first down.
46.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Anthony Brown. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Jim. Check 26.
Now Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready?
2nd and 11. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20.
Hey, high 7.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Kill.
Prescott from the gun. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Prescott now. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go down. 91.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Hard.
Now a give right side. Taylor. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go one more. No.
Pilot, 64. We. Hey, wahoo.
Check out three. Kill.
You're out. 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Bam.
You got it. Check 37.
Big grip.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Kill.
Check.
Prescott from the gun on third. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10.
Come on,
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Silver. Kill.
Hey, Orbit.
Kill, turn up.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Second and 2. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. John Ross, 29 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now you got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Prescott, nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down the middle. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
There we go, kill.
Now Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Stepping up, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
60 outlaw. Hey, exit. Shoot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Undercrush, undercrush. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, Alpha. Guard, guard.
Hey, turn it out, turn it out.
On the book. Hit it.
2nd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again to Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They go to Elliott again. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Pick your game up.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Prescott to throw this time. Dancing, touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A very solid gain of 27.
Sam off.
First down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why. And
they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They go again with Muhammad. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Good night, everybody.